In this video, we are going to see all the features and functions of the L10 Prime model. To have an access of all the features, you have to press on Go to Device, or you can just tap on the image of the robot as well. So let's go inside the application. If you have already created the map, this is something it should look like. We will just cover what all things are on this particular page, and we will further also see all the different settings and what to use and when to use. On the top side, you are able to see the name of the robot, its current status. Just below that, you will see the latest cleaning log that the robot did. So right now, if you have a closer look, it cleaned room 6 over here, so which was a 15 meter square area. It took around 17 minutes to clean, and its current battery percentage is 100%. If you want to see all the previous logs, you can always go to cleaning logs, which I'll show you later. The bottom side, you are able to see 3 options: room, all, and zone. So what all these 3 mean? So all means cleaning of this entire map, which you are able to see here. Robot will clean each and every area which is color coded separately, and then it will tell you that the cleaning task is completed. So if you want your entire house to be cleaned, you just have to select all and press the play button on the bottom. Now, for example, you don't want your entire house to be cleaned. You just want a particular area like room 5 or room 2. Basically, you press on room and then you select the areas or the rooms which you want to be cleaned. So for example, we want room 6 to be cleaned and we want room 2 to be cleaned. And then if you press play button, it will clean both the rooms one after the other. If you want it to do a deeper cleaning, you can select it to clean that particular area more than one time. So here you can see the cleaning times. So if you just press on it into 2, which means that it will clean room 6 2 times and room 2 2 times. If you press it again, you will see into 3, which means cleaning it 3 times. So you can select it as per your requirement. If the area is heavily soiled, you can select 2 times or 3 times. To unselect the rooms, you just tap them again. So here you can select one room or more than one room. You can also select the entire area like this. So if I tap on here, here, here. So now you can see I've selected the entire map. So if you want, you can select all the rooms and give it a cleaning for your entire home, or you can just go to all and then give a cleaning to your home. Now, for example, you don't want a specific room or the entire house to be cleaned. For example, in room 6, on one of the corners, there is some dust. So you just want the robot to take care of that mess. So how do you do it? If you go to room and select room 6, it will clean the entire area, and that would waste a lot of time. So for that, zone cleaning is given. So here, as you can see, a small box appears. You can select the size of the box by selecting it from the bottom right corner, and you can place that box anywhere on your map. So the robot is programmed to just go inside that box and clean that area. Now, if that particular area is heavily soiled, you can again select the robot for it to clean more than one time, which is 2 and 3. If, let us say, there are more than one such areas which are highly soiled, then what you should do? A easy way out is by adding more zones. So you can keep on adding like this. So you are able to select total of 5 zones in a single task. If you want to cancel the task, you can tap on this X and it will remove the zones. So these are the 3 cleaning options that you have at your disposal as per your cleaning requirement. Now on the right side, you are able to see 2 options. First is cleaning mode, and self-cleaning settings. So if we go to self-cleaning settings, this is the feature wherein the robot goes to the station and cleans its mopping pads. So there are two features: cleaning of mopping pad and drying of mopping pad. So let us first understand what are the features of clean mop pad. So first is the feature of self-clean. This basically means would you want the robot to go to the station and wash its pad in between the cleaning cycles. So we keep it on. If we don't want it, we can disable it. Second is frequency of robot returning to the station for cleaning its pad. So you can select it area wise or you can select it zone wise. So what does this mean is that if you select it by area, for example here, the minimum limit is 5 meters square and maximum is 15 meters square. So if we let's say keep it on 10 meters square, it means that after cleaning every 10 meters square, robot will return to the station to wash its mop pad. So depending on how dirty or clean your house on a regular basis is, you can select this as per your requirement. Now, what does it mean when we select by zone? It means that robot will come to the station to wash its pad after cleaning one particular area. So as we see, we have multiple rooms. So after cleaning each room, robot will come to the station and wash its pad. Now which one should you select for your specific requirement? Now if your rooms are quite small in size, then it makes more sense to keep it by zone. If at all your room size is larger, let's say the room 6 which we saw here, then you may want to keep it by area. The whole idea is that if the cleaning time is longer, the pads may get dirty and that dirty pads may go to other areas for cleaning. So it's very important that we let robot wash the mop pads in a proper intervals. So this will depend on area size as well and the amount of dust or dirt being collected in your home on a regular basis. If your house is near construction sites, then there could be more dust in your area and you would want to decrease the area by maybe 5 meters square or 7 meters square. So you can decide this accordingly as per your needs and requirement. So now we will understand the next feature, which is dry mop pad. In dry mop pad, the first feature is automatic mop pad drying. What this means is that when the robot enters the station after finishing the task, it will wash the pads and then the station will blow a normal temperatured air on the pads so that the pads will get dried over a duration of time. How much duration you would want the fan to work, you can select here at the down. So you can ask the station to run the fan for 2 hours, for 3 hours or for 4 hours. So the minimum time that would require for the pads to dry would be around 2 hours. Now when we go to cleaning mode, so with this you can select first what should robot do. Should it just do vacuuming? Should it just do mopping? Or should it do both vacuuming and mopping simultaneously? So what is the use of having both vacuuming and mopping separately and one simultaneously? If you are doing vacuuming and mopping simultaneously, it saves a lot of time. It does both vacuuming and mopping in the same task. If you select just vacuuming and then you select mopping, it will take twice the amount of time to clean that exact area. What may happen sometimes is when you run it on vacuuming and mopping, some moisture may get collected in the dust tank and it may make your dust a little bit sticky. So in such cases, if you don't want that, you can run it in vacuuming and mopping separately. But if you're okay with that and you can just wash the dust tank on a regular basis, then you can use it in vacuuming and mopping. The standard way and the best way is using it on vacuuming and mopping simultaneously because it saves a lot of time and battery backup. Now what are the other things that you will find in the cleaning modes? Second is your suction settings. So there are 4 suction settings that you can see over here. The quiet basically means that the vacuum power is extremely low You can keep this when you don't want your robot to make a lot of noise, maybe when you are sleeping or when it's early in the morning or at the night. Or if you would want the robot to have the maximum runtime, when you put it on quiet mode, robot gets the maximum runtime. On a standard home where you have very mild amount of dust, you can keep it on standard. So this is the default setting, standard. If you have a little bit more dust on a regular basis, you can keep it on strong. And let us say if you have carpets and you would want a very high suction power on those, then you can keep it on turbo as well. The recommended is standard, as when robot climbs on the carpets, it automatically shifts the suction power to the highest level. I will show you the feature in the later stages. Also, one thing to note is that the higher the suction power, the lower your battery backup. So if you get, let's say, around 200 minutes of runtime on quiet mode, on the turbo mode you may just get around 40 to 60 minutes of runtime in a single 100% charge. So just make sure that you are able to put a proper setting for suction power. Second is your dampness of mop pad. Unlike other robots, L10 Prime does not have an inbuilt water tank inside it. So it just washes the mop pad on the station and takes the wet pad to mop the area. So gradually as it moves to other areas, the dampness in the pad will decrease. So that is why here it is written as dampness of mop pad and not water dispensing or a water flow. So how much dampness would you want the mop pad to have? Again, if you don't have a lot of dust or dirt on a regular basis, you can keep it on slightly dry. But if you put it on moist or wet, your floor may be quite wet and you may also see a quite dampness. So always try it on slightly dry first. If you are satisfied with the mopping efficiency, then you can keep using this. But if at all there are tough stains on certain areas, you can always select the higher level of dampness. Now after this, there is a customized cleaning. So what does it mean? Is that you can have specific cleaning patterns for each room separately. So let us see how to set that. So for example, room 6, this is a living area. Living area, let me do vacuuming and mopping. Suction power should be standard. Dampness is slightly dry and cleaning times is 1. Let's say we go to room 5. Room 5 is ideally a kitchen. Kitchen may have a little bit more tough stains. So I will keep suction standard, but I will keep the dampness on a higher level, which is wet. And I would want to clean it 2 times. In case in one pass the stains don't get cleaned up, it will take 2 passes for the robot to clean it up. So I'll put it on 2. Let's say when we go to room 4 here, room 4 is a standard bedroom, but there's a pet in that room and pet has food and pee pads over there. So of course there could be some tough stains, more likely higher than the kitchen. So I may want it to clean this area 3 times and suction on strong, because there could be pet hair as well, which I would like it to collect. And let me keep the dampness on wet. So this is the way you can select each and every room specific to your requirement and need, and you can press this button over here and save these settings. Now you can see that each room has specific settings as per your preference. Now what are these numbers that you see over here? 4, 5 and 6. So this is basically a cleaning sequence. So you can set the cleaning sequence from here. You can simply tap the areas in that particular order. So let us say I want room 6 to be cleaned first, then the passage, then the kitchen, then there are 3 bedrooms. So this is how I can set the sequence. If at all you want to change the sequence, you want room 6 to be cleaned second, you can shift it from here as well, like this, and adjust it according to your requirement. So on the bottom left side, you are able to see a map icon over here. So there are two options. You can edit the map, or you can also select what your map should look like. So first let's understand map editing part. So in map editing, you can first select no-go zones or virtual walls. So virtual wall is a line which robot can never cross when it is cleaning a certain area. So for example, if I put this line over here, robot cannot cross this particular line. It will have to go around it. Usually virtual walls are used to restrict robot from crossing a particular area. For example, you may have a door over here. This is a living room. Let's say there is a door over here. In case sometimes the door is open, the robot may try to go outside as it will detect it. So what I can do is I can turn this vertically and I can put it over here. So now you can see virtual wall on that particular edge of the wall. So we'll again go to map editing part. Second, you can see here I have put a small box. This is an area where the robot can enter the bathroom space. Similarly over here as well. You can see robot had detected the inside of the bathroom, but I would not want it to go there because bathrooms have sometimes wetness on the floor, and if robot enters there, it may suck up water, which is not good for it. So you can create virtual walls or no-go zones. No-go zones are the areas in which robot will never enter while cleaning. So you can always adjust it precisely so that it does not go to a certain area, but it also does not restrict robot's cleaning space. No mob zone are specific zones where robot will not enter only when it is mopping. Let's say if you selected only vacuuming feature, robot will enter this area and it will clean up that particular area by vacuuming. These zones are useful when you have carpeted areas and you would want robot to not go over the carpeted areas. So you can put it over here. Let's say in the living room I have a carpet over here, so I'll put it like this. So when robot is doing a task of vacuuming and mopping together or just the mopping part, it will not enter this area. But when I select vacuuming feature, robot will enter this particular area and finish the vacuuming task. You can easily delete any virtual wall whenever you want. So these are editable at any point in time that you want. Next we see area editing. First is merging of room and second is division of room. So first let us understand how to divide areas. Why would you want to divide? For example, this particular area is two separate rooms, but robot has given it designation of one area. So I can easily select this. I can put the line certainly like this. You have to ensure that this line is from one wall to another wall. I cannot put a line like this. It has to have ends on both the sides. So wait till the line becomes solid and then you tap on. So now you can see the room has been split in two areas. So I can have different cleaning preference for room 7 and separate for room 6. But let us say after the mapping was done, robot by mistake separated an area into two parts. Let's say it was like this after the mapping. I can always select merge and merge two adjacent areas. So this is how I can merge two areas. I cannot merge two areas which are not adjacent to each other. This will not work. Third option is rename. You can always rename your areas. For example, room 6. I select room 6 and I go to rename. That's the living room and I select on confirm. If you want to give a specific name to that particular area, you can go here and you can swipe and you can press on the custom which is written over here and you can write any name that you want. So here you can see there is a button which is called Wi-Fi map. When you press on it, it will show you the Wi-Fi strength in your area. So here you can see the Wi-Fi strength is very good in this passage, which is exactly correct because the router is set up somewhere here. For better projection and your better understanding, you can rotate the map. You can also back up this map. So when you feel that this map is perfectly made by the robot, you can always press on backup and confirm. So this will store the map in robot's memory. Why is this helpful? Is because when something happens to the map, if map gets deleted by mistake or robot distorts the map for some reason, it got stuck and something happens to the map, you can always restore that map back in the application. So you will never lose the map. It would happen in previous robots that there was no backup or restore feature. So you would always have to create a new map no matter what. So that is now eased out by the backup feature, and you can always press on restore whenever you want it to again recollect the same map. Last is your furniture editing. Now this feature is wherein you can try to put accurately what your furnitures are and where they are placed. So you can always select, let's say if there is a double bed, you can put double bed, let's say over here. Okay, then you go back, go to map, and here you see the 3D map option. So if you select on 3D map, you will be able to see your entire home in 3D setting. So you can see here. Now there is also a feature of map display. What should be displayed on your map which you are able to see. So if you don't want the room names to be seen, you can tap this, so you can see all the room names vanished. If you don't want to see the furniture, you can press on this, and if you don't want to see the cleaning preference, you can tap on this. So now you are just able to see a 2D view of the map without any labeling. The next feature in the map management is your multi-floor map. So this is for users who have more than one floor. If you are living in a 2-story, 3-story home, you can switch this feature on. So this will help you create multiple maps of each floor that you live in. So if you tap here, you can take the robot on another floor, and you can just give it a fast mapping command. So in fast mapping, robot will create the map of your new floor within 15 to 20 minutes. If you press on start cleaning, it will clean the area while it maps as well, but it will take longer time. It may take 2 to 3 hours depending on your house area. If you ever feel like the map was not okay and you want to delete it, you can press this delete icon over here, dustbin icon, so it will delete the map. We go on this icon which is on the top right. So here you are able to see cleaning history. In cleaning history, you are able to see total area cleaned by robot till now, total runtime till now, and how many times you have given it cleaning commands. So these are all the tabs you can see over here. This will show you a detailed version of the robot's cleaning history. It will show you the route that robot took to clean the area. It will show you time as well. It will show you how did you give it a cleaning command, it was through the application, and what were the modes. So it was a default mode. Cleaning history helps you understand how your robot is cleaning on a regular day-to-day basis, and it helps you also understand if robot is getting stuck somewhere. You can see the dot colors are different. So what does it mean? Green means that it was able to finish the task completely. Orange means there was some kind of interruption. So as you can see here, the cleaning task was interrupted. By that it means either you cancelled the task or robot got stuck, due to which the task got cancelled and robot could not finish its job. Scheduled cleanup is the feature wherein you can schedule a specific time and day for robot to execute certain cleaning tasks. So you can go here, you can check and select cleaning time. When would you want the robot to repeat? Mode. In mode, you select global cleaning. Global cleaning basically is the cleaning of your entire map. If you have saved any shortcuts, you can select that. Or if you want a new setup, wherein you can select particular rooms, and then you can select preference and you can save. So you can see here that it created. Now if you want to delete, you can scroll on the left and press on delete. So your carpet cleaning settings. So there are two features. First is carpet avoidance. So if there are carpets, robot will not go on the carpet when it is mopping the area. Second is carpet adaptation. Adaptation means robot will go on the carpet and lift its mop pads and keep on vacuuming the particular carpet. Carpet boost is when the robot goes over the carpet. It should increase the suction power so that carpets are cleaned better. Intelligent mop setting is how should the robot cover the edges and corners for mopping. Robot will twist and turn on the edges so that it is able to mop the edges as well. Low frequency means that it will do this particular thing once in a week, and high frequency means that it will do it every time that it cleans a certain area. If your house is not very messy or it does not have a lot of dust on the regular basis, you can keep it on low frequency. But if your house is again quite dusty and edges collect a lot of dust, you can select high frequency. In preference, you can select daily mopping, wherein the robot will clean as per the standard default pattern. Intensive mopping clean the area by squeezing the path, so it is able to cover area in a longer time and it covers more space accurately. Deep mopping is somewhere robot is squeezing the cleaning paths more tighter so that it is able to pass one patch more than 2 times. So this is basically the intensity of mopping that the robot should have. One thing to note is that if you select deep mopping or intensive mopping, the cleaning time will also increase because robot is taking longer time to cover a specific area. Accessory usage will show you the current state of or the current life of the accessories. It is very important that you replace the accessories as in when your robot gives you a notification. You can just reset the side brush from here, so the life will go to 100% again. Base station cleaning is the feature wherein the station will dispense the water in the sink. You can use a brush or a cloth to clean the base up, and all that dirty water will again be collected back by the station after 3 minutes. So you will have 3 minutes of time to scrub the base, and then it will collect the dirty water back. This is the robot management. If you have child and they seem to press buttons every now and then, you can switch on the child lock. Do not disturb mode is when robot will not execute a particular scheduled clean task. Let's say from 8 AM to 10 AM, you've selected do not disturb. And if your schedule is of 9 AM, robot will not execute that 9 AM schedule. Resume cleaning mode is basically the feature wherein if robot's battery becomes low, it will go on the station, charge up completely and finish the remaining task. Remote control is when you would want to control the robot's movement as per your requirement. It's like how you would use a remote control car or drone, something like that. And you can take robot to a particular spot and you can ask it to clean it. If at all you don't know where the robot is, you can always press this button. Robot will give a voice command through its speaker so that you are able to hear where the robot is. There are more functions, which is basically your time zone. Notifications you can keep on so that whenever robot gets stuck, you are able to get that notification. Voice and volume is basically the volume of robot. You can also select the languages. Unit of area. Currently the robot is working and showing all the history in meter square. If you use feet square, you can select that. There is device name. You can change device name as per your requirement. If at all you have any feedbacks, you can tap on this and give feedback to DREAME. Device sharing is the feature wherein you can share your access of robot with another family member on their mobile phone. This helps the other family member operate the robot when you are not there. Firmware update is the latest software update of the robot. As you can see, the current version is the latest version. In help, you can find user manual of your robot. If at all you don't understand something or you forgot something, you can just view the manual from here. And there is an FAQ section as well, which will help you answer a couple of doubts that you may have during the usage. And last are your contact number, wherein you can reach out to DREAME via email or through a call and or through the website as well. In rare cases, when you replace your router or you move from one house from another house, you may need to do the network setup of the robot again. So that is when you can delete device and you can add the robot back in the application. Deleting the device does not erase its memory of the maps. The maps are still in the robot. With this, we reach end to our understanding of the application for L10 Prime. Thank you so much.